Hello and welcome. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing and co-creator of Whole Being Healing. When it comes to healing your body, you are the only one who can do that. There is no one else in all of creation who can heal your body for you. We all know that we are body, mind, and soul. Well, we are the soul first and foremost. We are non-physical beings who have come into a physical incarnation. Every soul has one body and one mind. And for you, those are yours. And you are responsible for the state of your body, your mind, and your soul. There's nobody else who has any responsibility for your state of being. Others will try to influence your state of being. Others will try to coerce you or trick you sometimes into doing things that aren't for your highest good. Sometimes we feel like we're forced into something. Sometimes we feel like we are coerced into doing things. But ultimately, all of these decisions that we make are our own. And we have been taught that somebody else is in charge of our health. We have been taught that doctor knows best, which inherently would mean that doctors know better than we do. And this is not the case. There is no one in all of creation who knows your body better than you. You know your body from the inside. There's nobody else in there with you. Well, at least there shouldn't be. Sometimes there are some little tag along entities that like to try to take up residence in there as well, but that's a story for another day. So, but it's your body is your responsibility. And the fact that we have all been indoctrinated into the idea, into the mindset that doctor knows best, has turned out to be to our very great disadvantage. And this is very evident when we look out at the world today and look at the state of health that humanity is in right now. And for since the turn of the 20th century, around the 1900s, you know, Rockefeller medicine came into being, and it usurped natural medicine. Everything that was organic, natural, homeopathic became villainized. It was then labeled as the alternative medicine. Well, it's the original medicine. Our consciousness, we are souls, and as souls, we are non-physical beings. We are pure consciousness. You are not your body. You are the consciousness that is animating the body. And if your consciousness gets distorted and you start believing things that are not true, your reality starts to distort in direct proportion to the beliefs that are distorted. And the idea that doctor knows best is a very distorted belief, because nobody knows your body better than you do. But you have been tricked into giving up your authority. You have been tricked into giving away your power, to overlooking your own inner knowing. And I think this is a real shame. Criminal, actually. It's a crime, because we should not be in this state of being. There's no reason why the mass population of humanity should be so incredibly unhealthy. Nobody should be suffering in their body. Our bodies are built for health. They're built for longevity. And I don't just mean, 80 or 90 or 100 years. I mean hundreds of years. Our bodies are not supposed to be wearing out. They're not supposed to be dying at such an early age. Our bodies are meant to last for as long as we want them to last, for as long as we choose to be here on earth. But that's not what's happening. And the reason it's not what's happening is because our consciousness has been distorted, it has been perverted, it has been shaped into forms that are irregular. They're not the divine design. Our consciousness is no longer pure. Our consciousness is no longer directly connected to God, to the mind of God, source, universe, nature, whatever word you want to put on it. That word God has been so perverted, so distorted, that it's very difficult to even use that word, which is very telling unto itself, because God is the inherent divinity in all things, the divine perfection of nature itself, the living life force energy that allows everyone and everything to thrive in co-creation, cohabitation. We're meant to live on this planet in peace and harmony. And when we do, we thrive. But that's not what's happening on this planet. And the reason is that we have become coerced into war. We have been tricked into believing that we have to fight for our freedom, that we have to fight for power, that people have power. The ultimate power is love. The living life force energy is the power of life that runs through us. True power comes in love and in peace and in harmony and in living within alignment with the truth of who we are, living peacefully with all life on this planet. But there are people who are profiting from war, which is why we have war. There are people who are profiting from our sickness, which is why we have sickness. The war causes stress, and the stress causes sickness. And the more they poison the food supply, the more they poison the skies, the more they poison the plants. All of these things are adding to our sickness. They're certainly not adding to our health. And the idea that our health needs to be put into somebody else's hands is incredibly disempowering. Now, when I found myself facing cancer, it was very clear to me that my stress level, which was through the roof at the time, was a direct precipitation of my physical trauma that I was going through. The emotional trauma, the mental trauma was causing the physical trauma. So I knew instinctively that if I simply did what doctor tells me to do, I was not going to solve my issue. So I chose to learn how to solve my issue myself. And I got very quiet and I started to tap in. What do I actually know about this? What do I actually know my body is capable of? What do I actually know about myself and what I am capable of? I started to have to dig deeper to find some really genuine answers for myself. And obviously, I healed myself. Here I am. I wrote this book called The Simplicity of Self-Healing, which tells you most of the consciousness shifts that I had to go through in order to take my power back, in order to recognize that I have the power to heal myself, that nobody else can do my healing for me. All healing is self-healing. But if you're giving the power away to somebody else, if you're looking to somebody else for your answers, if you're looking to somebody else to fix you, to save you, you are automatically putting yourself in the role of a victim. But you are not a victim. You are a creator. We are all creators. We're not here to be victims. So what are you going to do about the state of your being, the state of your body, your mind, your soul? How are you going to take your power back and heal yourself? You have the capacity. We all have the capacity. But if we're living in fear of our own body, if we're seeing something that our body is doing and we're going into fear, this is part of the programming. We're taught to be in fear of our own bodies because fear sells. Fear makes us give up our power when we go to look for somebody else to fix us. This is how the system is set up. It's time to dismantle the setup. It's time for us to take our power back. It's time for us to learn what's actually true. It's time for us to learn that our bodies are brilliant. Our bodies are intelligent. They are biological. Everything your body does, it's doing for a reason. And the reason is not that it's being attacked by some disease. That's the programming. That's what you're taught. It's not true. But it will become your reality as you believe it is true. When I believed that I was being attacked by cancer, that was my reality. And it was a very, very unpleasant reality, I have to say. But when I chose to take my power back, when I chose to dive deeper and inquire more from within, when I asked to be guided and shown what I needed to know, God, source, universe, nature, my body itself showed me, made it very clear to me that my body was functioning exactly as it was designed to function. There was nothing wrong with my body. But when I believed there was something wrong with my body, that was my direct experience. Are you having a similar experience? Do you believe that there is something wrong with your body? Well, yes, Lisa, because I already got the diagnosis. They've already told me. That doesn't mean a single thing until you believe it. And as soon as you believe it, it becomes your reality instantly. And those realities, those labels are very, very sticky. They're very magnetic. And those labels come with a whole story about how they play out, how they affect the rest of your life. Are you going to let a label that somebody else gave you affect the rest of your life? You can, but you certainly don't have to. Your health, your well-being, your body is your responsibility. Are you going to let somebody else dictate your health? Or are you going to manage your own health? Are you going to take your power back and realize that you can heal yourself? I hope this was helpful to you. We all have this power. All healing is self-healing. It's built right into our design. If you're ready to learn how to heal yourself, but you're not quite sure how to do that, whole being healing might be for you. Mara Leon S. and I teach whole being healing, and we're training others now also to be teachers, to be leaders of this course. And it's all about busting through those limiting beliefs, all of those distorted ideas that we have been taught, and seeing what's actually true. So you can take your power back, so that you can realize your power to heal yourself. Go to wholebeinghealing.life to learn more. I hope this is helpful to you today. Check out the show notes for that link and others. If you'd like to know more about me, if you'd like to purchase my book, all those links will be in the show notes. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in Whole Being Healing. Bye for now.